Okay, 2025 music. You ready, Aldo?
Sure, let's do it.
Now, you guys are probably listening to this, it's like early to mid-January by the time this is out, and it's filtered into everyone's feeds. But I just have to say, that's because Aldo and I actually wait until the year is fully over before we do this kind of stuff. It kind of grinds my gears how it seems like people are putting out their like year-end stuff earlier and earlier.
Right.
It's like December 2nd, and they're like, here's your year-in review from Spotify. And I'm like, well, shit, I had all sorts of listening planned in December. Does that just not count?
Yeah. Like people rush this kind of content, and I feel like, no, a lot of really cool stuff comes out in December. Wait a second. Let's wait for it to come out.
And like maybe it counts towards the next year, but like maybe it does. I don't know. Does everyone remember that? And I don't know. It just feels a little unfair. Secondly, I don't know if you've noticed this, but like I think Spotify first started the personalized, here's all the stats on what you did this past year.
Wrapped, right?
Yeah. And, it's a little cheesy, but I'll be honest, I'm always pumped to check it out. Like, I cannot resist seeing, like, okay, who my top artists were, my number of minutes or hours listened, which artist was I, like, shamefully, like, a top fan of.
I'm more excited to learn what my friends are listening to because all my artists are the same for, like, the past 5 years now.
It just like shuffles them around a little.
Yeah.
It is a fun time to go on Instagram, see what other people are posting. But my gripe is that now, finally, by 2025, 2026, I feel like every other app is starting to do the same thing.
Right.
And like, okay, if you're YouTube, maybe you can still make a somewhat interesting thing. But it's like, I swear, I'm getting these from like my insurance company, from Frontier Airlines. Like, here's all the times you took our shitty airline this year. It's like, I don't care. Like, there's not enough data there to be relevant. So for this episode, we're going to promise you that it is going to be worth it. It is going to be relevant. We've done different things, different years. In the past, sometimes we've just shared general key albums from the past year and general music trends, where music seems to be heading. But this episode is going to be a little different. We're just going to focus on Bandsplaining followers. Those of you who put out albums, you submitted them to us. Aldo and I listened to a bunch of them. We picked out some favorites. This isn't just going to be a circle jerk, pardon my language. Like, we're not just going to be congratulatory. Wow, Bandsplaining has the best listener base.
Yeah.
Wow, we're so talented. We're so awesome. I mean, we are. But that's not the point of this. We want to nurture this talent. We want to, give you some advice, some tips. We want to grow this Bandsplaining into, like the next Virgin Records, right?
Splaino Records.
We're going to Splaino, right, exactly. So Aldo and I have prepared. We're going to figure out how to make you all superstars.
Yes, definitely.
So without further ado, I don't know, let's kick it off. Let's listen to one of these artists.
Nice. Do you want to start?
Yeah. This is D.H. Temple with a song called Sex Symbol.
Yes. Yeah.
You have the same one written down?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I love this one.
Okay, cool.
Okay, let's listen to it.
First things first. We need to get you out of those clothes.
I can see it. I'm convinced. Got me a job chasing all the seven skin. What's my name? What's my sign? Girl, stop playing, please. Don't get to the back of the line at all. Don't you know? I was for the boss, for the who got in 2025. Does that show? Do you know who I am? Got my agent on the focus on. Read my lips and check my thoughts. Fall ashamed, my blue steel since I was born, 'cause I'm a
That was D.H. Temple with the song Sex Symbol. This was shared with us with the description, used car salesman goes rogue with post-punk electro clash. I think we definitely hear that early 2000s, like Cake, or LCD sound system kind of like thing going on, right?
Definitely. Yeah, definitely.
As I understand, that's had a big resurgence recently.
As Kate Teach does.
Yeah, shit, now I'm forgetting the name of the guy.
Oh, the Dare.
The Dare, yeah, exactly. But look, I thought this was incredible. I thought it's criminal how few views this has on YouTube, 25 views.
Exactly, yeah.
Very solid production, solid songwriting, great, just keeping you totally engaged and excited the whole time. Also a really good voice, just like a very deep, kind of unexpectedly strong voice,
Yes.
vocal performance there. I just looked it up. D.H. Temple is actually from the UK. Is that right?
Oh.
I would have thought this for sure. This was a New Yorker, you know? But here's a quick little post that he made on Instagram. Let's see.
Season's greetings, stockholders. I was just adding a few finishing touches before the big day rolls around, such as decorating, laying off a few members of staff, and buying gifts.
Well, that's definitely a New Jersey accent, so no, just kidding. Yes. Confirmed Brit. I have one important bit of advice here, and unfortunately it's too late. I don't know how he's going to make this work after the fact, after the album's been printed and shipped. But the album's called My Years at the Dealership. It's actually like a concept album about, working at a car dealership. Great concept, but I think he should take the S out. It should be My Year at the Dealership. Because that sounds amazing. It sounds like that's the title of a book I would read, a movie I'd watch. It just has a nice ring to it.
Yeah.
My Year at the Dealership. Even if it's underselling it, even if you spent 5 years there, I don't know.
Dude, this to me was definitely a surprise. I wasn't expecting the music to be to be this powerful. When this song started, like halfway through it, I went back and listened from the first song to the last one. I listened to the whole thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and by the end of it, I finally looked at how many subscribers and likes the song had. And I was surprised. I was like, oh my God, isn't this like a established artist? Because this is a very well executed concept and album, like the delivery of the music, like the voice, like you said, the performance is great. And my favorite track from the album was Angie, the 5th track.
Let's give that a quick spin.
Heterosexual and I got needs. Angie.
It's a great line. I'm a closeted heterosexual and I've got needs. That's great.
My name in the papers, but now I must kiss your feet. You're a nightmare, but who am I to pick and choose? Got the best in the business by my side, just to make sure I can.
I was surprised by how diverse and dynamic the whole album is. I was very impressed. And yeah.
I actually wanted to play one other track because
oh, nice.
I just love the title, My Year at the Dealership, so much. My idea, taking the S off of it. The first track is called My Years at the Dealership, so I gave this one a spin. Just a great synth right there.
Yeah.
So yeah, cool track, introduces this concept, it's about this, mundane lower middle class existence, just peddling cars at a shitty dealership, wearing a cheap suit, right?
Yeah, I only have one thing that I'm kind of I'm kind of tired of joke concept albums, you know, I don't mind a concept album. But when it is like taken super seriously, even if it is like a dumb idea, you know, I like this. When the album is very clearly a joke, most of the times I get instantly bummed out and I don't even give it a chance, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm bummed out that a lot of people, like me included, we might disregard a lot of projects because of a satirical look, you know? And I'm glad I listened to this. I'm just kind of tired about the joke concept album thing.
Yeah. I'm glad you bring this up because this is actually a note of mine, which is I think that the most effective way to do this is to still go a bit noir with it, go a bit creepy or a bit surreal. And I was thinking like, okay, it's not a Bandsplaining podcast episode if we don't reference Ariel Pink, right?
Perfect.
But if Ariel Pink had a song titled My Year at the Dealership, right, how would it go? And I just jotted out what the opening lyrics would be. You know, you can imagine, you get that classic old drum machine going. He wore a jacket. He almost snapped. He drank OJ. He got a lap dance. You know, something like that. You know, it's building some tension, kind of dancing around it. You're not actually hearing the word warranty, you know, or, you know, whatever, extra thick wax coating or whatever. Although extra thick wax coating, now that I think of it, that could be a chorus right there. Extra thick wax coating, extra thick wax coating. So maybe my advice is a little scattered. But I think DH Temple, definitely keep it up. Especially with these tips in mind, I think you're going to nail it with the next record. And
Yes.
You're going to bring a lot of fame to Bandsplaining. But anyway, Aldo, do you want to share your first pick or whatever, your next pick? Because I guess we both had the same first pick.
Yeah, sounds good. My first one will be Stopgap 9 by Stopgap. Actually, the first submission you got when you did the community post.
Oh, really?
Okay, so I will jump around a bit because it is like very drony sound.
Yes.
So, it's okay if you don't remember, but does any other music project come to mind when you listen to this?
I mean, it's got a little bit of like what I like out of One Tricks Point Never. Perhaps what you're referring to is the one he did with
Tim Hacker.
Tim Hacker, yeah. Rave Death 79.
This is a Tim Hacker album. This one would be Uptown Psychedelia, I believe, the name of the album with On Your Tricks Point Never.
Okay.
No, Instrumental Tourist.
Instrumental Tourist, yeah. But is that what you were going to bring up, though, or no?
No, I'm pretty sure that this Stopgap album was inspired by Guess, a artist that we shared in a very early podcast episode. This sounds a lot like Guess.
Oh, yeah. That's right, Gas. You shared this song that, I don't know if this is the one you're playing, but it was the sensation of being at a rave, but from like 2 miles out.
Exactly, yes. And like the name of the tracks are Narkopop 1, Narkopop 2, Narkopop 3, like the Stopgap one. It's like Stopgap 1, Stopgap 9, Stopgap 10.
I see.
I'm pretty sure that they did this inspired on Guess.
By the artist called Gas.
Yes.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah, I love this. I love this, yeah.
If you don't mind for a second, go back over to Gas. So this kind of illustrates, these 2 sections you played of Gas illustrate a point in my mind. It's ambient music, but there's so much going on. The melody is actually pretty rich. There's a lot of different synths going in different directions. There's a rhythm happening.
Yeah.
there's a lot of different textures. It's really like immersing you in the space. And I actually, I enjoyed this Stopgap recording that was shared, but I felt like it was like the first layer in what you kind of need multiple of them to create an album that's this immersive.
Actually, I feel like they kind of nailed the guest sound.
Okay, all right. Well, here, wait, let's go back to Stopgap then and defend them.
This is the type of music that you really need to listen to the entire thing to like absorb it. But it has a lot of rhythm content also.
Oh, let's turn it up.
I feel like they did their homework, you know? Like, yeah, this is very clearly inspired by a established artist, which immediately may strike people as like derivative and uninspired, but at the end of the day, I love Guess. So I love this. And I don't mind it like quote unquote ripping off another artist because they, at least to me, they knew what they were doing. And I like this, yes.
Well, to that, I'll say fair enough. I think this is a point where we'll agree to disagree. I think it's really cool. I look forward to hearing the next thing you put out. I just, when I'm going ambient, I want a little more action going on. But I think maybe it's just personal taste.
Oh, but also, yeah, this is a bit safer than Guess because Guess goes crazy with like his dissonances and like clashes and a lot of stuff that kind of makes you feel uncomfortable sometimes, and like it's fine by me. I don't want to just like smell roses whenever I listen to music. So, and this is much safer than Guess, like Stopgap. Yeah.
All right, cheers. Well, since we've all calmed down thanks to that music, I think it's good for me to put on Hyperfuck next.
Yeah.
This track is called Suicide Friday by the artist 9 to 5 Hyperfuck.
Yeah. Returning artist to the New Year's podcast, right?
I think you're right, actually, because I did recognize the name.
Yeah.
Although I forgot what we said about him last time. So whatever, my opinion now is going to be untainted by the past. Let's go. So yeah, again, that is Suicide Friday by 9 to 5 Hyperfuck, a power trio from Lakewood, Washington. And they describe themselves as a mix of cybergrind, digital hardcore, breakcore, power electronics, and hyperfuck. And I'm glad I didn't read that before playing them because it all makes sense.
Yes.
But I think the end product is so much more enjoyable than that combination of words. That combination of words makes it sound like it's going to be cumbersome to listen to, and it's not. It's just pure fun.
Yes.
It is just pure energy, pure fun. I just want to dance to that music. If I'm on some travels in a faraway city at a DIY venue and this comes on, I'm going to have the night of my life.
Yeah, same. I would have fun in a party playing this for sure.
I applaud them. I'm pretty sure those are live drums. I think they're doing it for real, like they're gigging, playing shows. I just feel like it's a rare thing now, to truly do the punk DIY ethos thing, go out and gig, play ridiculous music. And it's a very well composed song. I mean, look, guys, it's an explosion of angst. And if you don't have that in you anymore, it's not going to be your cup of tea, Yeah. We have a variety of songs on this list, It's not all just angst or ambient or, used car salesman. But for what it is, I think they did a very good job.
Yeah, for sure. Insanely good harsh vocals. I love the vocals in this. surprisingly catchy lyrics. Like by the end,
Oh,
he
yeah.
repeats like the same verse.
See, that was my one critique, is that there's not an identifiable chorus. And I understand your band's called 9 to 5 Hyperfuck. You know, maybe it's you're not concerned about traditional songwriting, but I just think that's what is really going to kick this band into, you know, the stratosphere. This is kind of the part that is the closest thing to a chorus, where phrases with the word nothing are repeated. Let's give this a listen.
I just needed all the end. I am nothing. I saw nothing. I owe you nothing. I saw nothing. I'm nothing.
And I think that's a bit of a missed opportunity. I think what you want is like that one phrase that everyone can sing along to and chant along to. So again, since this is Dr. Phil's advice, Dr. Bandsplaining's musical songwriting advice corner, I jotted down a lyric idea here. Just imagine, you know, it's this heavy, just thumping, pumping song. We get to this section. All I ever wanted was just a fucking Pop-Tart. All I ever wanted was just a fucking Pop-Tart. All I ever wanted was just a fucking Pop-Tart. You know, the whole crowd is getting into it. They're just screaming it. And, you know, I mean, you know, you could, that's just sort of a filler idea. You know, you can insert whatever you want in there. But I feel like if your song's called Suicide Friday and, you know, let's face it, it's a bit of a heavy song, angsty song, directly contradicting what Aldo just said in the last segment, I think having some a little bit ironic or insincere lyrics about something mundane actually kind of helps. It actually kind of takes it down a notch. So
yeah. This case, yes, I agree.
Yeah, in this case, when it's about suicide, it helps a little bit. When it's about unaliving, are we going to do that thing where we have to mute it? No, whatever. We'll deal with the consequences.
We might have to, since this will go to
I know
YouTube directly, right?
But we're not being monetized on the secondary channel. Yeah, by the way, shout out to all the non-Patreon subscribers who are listening to this. Aldo and I do a lot of these. In fact, I had this whole thing prepared. Do you know how many podcasts we recorded in 2025, Aldo?
Oh, I would guess like more than half of the episodes that are up right now, so maybe 25?
Oh, you're close. It was actually 22.
Damn. Okay.
But yes, 22 podcast episodes covering a wide range of topics. Many of those, well, not many, some of those were follow-ups to videos, because every video we put out on Bandsplaining, there's a follow-up podcast. But many of those are just covering brand new topics where we're listening to other genres, telling the story of some other crazy episode in the history of the music world. And 6 of those were videos.
Right.
They were like video podcasts. So, I mean, that's even better. Yeah, we've been putting them out like at a rate of at least 2 a month. I think we put out 4 in December. So
right.
we're starting to increase our rate.
Yeah.
So, yeah, guys, in lieu of like a commercial in this episode, we're just putting this in. Subscribe to the Patreon, because you'll get way more of these podcast episodes.
Yes, please.
So I think it's your turn now to pick another song.
Sounds good. So this is Dialogue 642 by YOP.
Yes, And the way they described themselves on the post was crowdy, psyche, noisy, dancey, punky, two-piece with the drum machine from the west of Ireland. And I thought, are you guys just like trying to make me love you? Is this, using the exact words? This is, that's exactly my favorite type of music to hear. And they do a great job. Again, if I stumbled upon this at a pub in Ireland, I would be so delighted, spend the night listening, just kind of, as you do it, this sort of music, just kind of swaying vaguely back and forth in the audience, I do think with this sort of genre, it's pretty tough to pull off as a two-piece, and I'm impressed how much they do, especially because, you guys are only listening to this. We're watching their live video or music video of them performing, and there's a lot of synth and a lot of embellishments. It's pretty hard to pull off with just two people.
Yeah.
But I feel like, if they added the full group, if they did the whole can thing, they had a guy on samples with a reel-to-reel deck. They had a drummer. They had a guy singing vaguely English, screaming into a mic. No, just kidding. Just kidding about the Damo Suzuki. But yeah, I think it would be even cooler, even crazier.
Yeah, I absolutely love this project, and sounds very genuine. If you played this to me and said that it is from like the mid 70s, I would totally fall for it. I love how like proto dance punk goth it sounds, sounds like goth before goth was a thing, I loved this. And I actually don't have like nothing bad to say about this band, only that I wish there were more interesting visuals like the intro header, like this.
Oh, yeah, true.
This looks so cool, and it's a shame that they didn't include like more stuff like this during the music video. But yeah, this is the only negative aspect of the music video because I truly liked it.
Well, when they, release their wildly successful sophomore album on Splano Records, you can direct the next music video.
Hell yeah, dude. Yes.
I thought that was interesting what you said about goth before goth, because I think you're right. I think this is the intersection of goth with Home Depot hardware store men, like it's two things that normally don't intersect, but in this case it does. And it's perfect.
Yes. Agreed. Yes.
Now,
your turn.
Yes, I was going to suggest let's move because we've got a lot to get through. Look, this is on a similar note. Let's hop over to our buddy Alexander. Place to dial it back. I'm going to introduce it for a second, but I have to listen to the pronunciation.
Moskva-Kassiopeya.
Oh, shit, that doesn't help. Okay, so that was Vortex from Moskva-Kassiopeya. I'm definitely butchering the artist's name. It's the kind of thing you're just going to want to click the link below if you want to listen to this. It's just long. But this is a friend of the channel. He's helped out with a few videos before. I'm not afraid to say that there's a little bit of favoritism that happens here. But look, his music is incredible. This release from this year is really nice. He uses all, actually, I shouldn't say he uses all analog synths because I don't know if that's true. But the description he shared is, it's probably something like synthwave, although I don't like the term and prefer to call it retro electronic. I think that's perfect.
Yes.
Perfect way of describing it. It's old analog synths, drum machines, just beautifully textured, and just, it's simple. It's not trying to do some incredible mashup, genre-bending thing. It just is what it is. It's retro electronica done very well.
Yes, agreed. Yes. It sounds like, if not all analog, it sounds analog inspired, you know, the mix sound like time accurate, you know, era accurate. And yeah, this just sounds amazing. I like this track, even though I don't listen to what people would usually call synthwave. I don't listen to it that much anymore because, like, I feel like my head is too far up my ass to listen to any more synthwave because I learned how to mix and master by mixing and mastering my own synthwave tracks. So I look for a very specific mix in synthwave, just like out of
It takes a lot to impress you.
no, it's not that it takes a lot to impress me. It's just that I expect synthwave to sound a certain way just because I have done so much mixing of this style. But
Yeah.
it doesn't take away from how amazing this track is. This really sounds good, and
Yeah.
I like this. Yes,
That's the same with me as well, is that I'm not someone who's putting on this sort of music routinely because it is campy. You know, it gives you the sensation of a particular era, and it's very dramatic, right?
Yeah.
But he's actually gotten a lot of streams, I've noticed, from like Spotify playlists as a result of that. I think there's like a Soviet wave playlist and other ones. I mean, there's times I've checked his profile and he has like thousands and thousands of monthly listeners. And then unfortunately, though, I guess that's kind of the curse of Spotify's success, is that it doesn't necessarily translate to like long-term fans. You know, you can make some money off of it for a little bit, but he posted this as his, you know, next single coming up, and it only has 60 views. It's possible, you know, there's more on Spotify or even on Yandex or the, you know, the
right.
Eastern European streaming apps.
Or like Deezer or something like this, because different streaming platforms are bigger in different countries. So who knows?
Yeah, that's a good point. So anyway, Aldo, what do you have next?
Okay, so this track I absolutely loved.
My summer spent it lazy, just chilling with my baby. There ain't a cloud in the sky, the horizon's so blue, the heat is all around me. I don't know how you found me, but I know that I'm so glad to have you with me. 'Cause you seem to be the one I want to see when I close my eyes. Seem to be the only one who could possibly.
Very nice.
So this is Hypnotized by Nikarra, I believe.
Wait, it's with R's, right? Isn't it nikarra?
Yeah, like in Portuguese we would say ha, nikarra.
Right.
So I'm
right,
not
I
sure.
remember that. Because it's not bara, it's baha.
Yes.
I think he's a Irish musician who oddly doesn't go by the standard Brazilian pronunciation of his name. Sorry, that's kind of a mean joke.
So I swear to God that this sounds exactly like the type of music that I would play like 2,000 times in a year during my SoundCloud phase. I absolutely love this style of R&B. You know, I'm not sure if you would call this R&B.
Yeah, well, let me find their description. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know why I said they were Irish. I think because their description said indie R&B-ish song with lazy summer vibes. I read that as Irish R&B song with lazy. Sorry, guys. I was going through this real quick. So Nikarra, maybe they are. Oh, they're from Sydney, I believe. So maybe they're Australian. Maybe they are Brazilian. Look, was I the one who was culturally insensitive this whole time? Let's see if we could find their Instagram.
Sydney, yeah. Wango Land, Sydney.
Oh, okay. Okay, cheers. I thought it was a fantastic. I mean, the way the chord progression starts, I think it's just those 4 repeating chords, but the last one
Right.
is very odd and kind of reminds me of sort of Boards of Canada chord progression. which if you know me, that's a big compliment.
Right.
I hold them in a very high regard.
Yeah.
Just because, again, this is Dr. Bandsplaining's, musical advice hour, giving unsolicited advice to tracks that are already finished. Therefore, none of this matters at all. My only thought, it's a brilliant, everything is so luscious and so brilliant in the track. When the vocals come in, I think they're just a little too present. I would just kick off a little treble, maybe put some reverb on them, give them that effect where they're kind of like coming at you from behind a wall. And I say that not as an insult, like, oh, yeah, your vocals aren't that good. Shove them in the back a little bit. But no, it's just because that way it'll match the instruments a little more.
Right.
And the vibe will be even stronger. As Kate taught us, vibe above all else.
Yes.
In 2026.
Exactly, yeah. And this is exactly my only critique of the song, is that I believe the mix is not on par with the composition. Because I love the arrangement, I love the track, but I feel like mix-wise, it could be better. And like the master, it sounds very like quote-unquote preset master. It sounds like a preset on like Isotopes. What's the name of the plugin? Like Ozone or something like this.
Yeah.
It's very safe sounding for a song with a lot of personality. It lacks that personality in the master, and in the mixing, which is a shame because this track is amazing.
Well, this is an awkward time for me to mention that Nikarra actually commented, so this wasn't a track I wrote, but I mastered it for a friend. Let me know what you think of my mastering work.
You do better next time. I'm sorry.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I'm joking.
Yeah.
That was super mean. It was a joke.
Don't worry. There are jokes all around. And you know what, Nikarra, you've done an amazing job with this. And you know what?
Yes, definitely.
We'll get in touch. We'll get you mastered here at once you sign a contract with Splano Records. We'll get you hooked up.
Hell yeah.
Aldo will become your producer. It's gonna be nothing but number ones. By the way, I am unfortunately joking. We have so much work to do. We're so busy.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe somewhere down the line, when video editing is entirely automated, Aldo can shift to running the talent side of Bandsplaining. Sorry, any more on this, or should we jump ahead?
No, we can jump to your next pick.
Okay. Listen, I think we got to do this one for sure. This is another friend of the channel. Again, yeah, I know. It's nepotism going on here. But our buddy Kogi is in the Discord, and joining the Bandsplaining Discord, it does allow you to, have Bandsplaining's ear. So, hint, hint, it's never a bad move.
From year to year, there seemed to be dumber than I had been. The house we had means nothing. The mice it had tried to eat me, and we never had a proper chance. Ironically, cynically, I guess you know what it's like to be. The pets I had, they died on me. I guess you know what it's like to be.
So yeah, that is The Deans with the song Ironically, Cynically. Again, this is our buddy Kogi from Austria. And I'm pretty sure he put this track together just in order to submit something. Because, yeah, it was posted 12 days ago. Got to give him props for that.
Yeah.
He totally followed the assignment here, right?
And I heard that this is the song of the decade, and that Sabrina Carpenter had a meltdown when he released this, right?
Right, yeah, that is the description that we were provided. and I believe every press release that is sent to us.
Yes.
No, look, I think it's nice work. I like the guitar. I like the drum machine. I know some people would say that drum machine is like a bit too busy. I think it's nice. I think it's nice having that in there. I thought it was a good job with the vocals. same as the track before, there are two up front. You got to put some reverb on there, some delay, just something to get it to blend better into the mix. I do have to criticize the title of the song, ironically, cynically. This is going to be brutal, but look, both of these words are just too stereotypically teenager. It's just a little too cute. I don't know. I'm not into it. But I thought he did a good job with the lyrics nonetheless. There's some really fun phrases in there, like the pets I had, they died on me. Because on the one hand, it's both tragic and playful, I would say. It's towing that line perfectly between like, I mean, look, that's a devastating feeling. But also it gives me the sense of like, okay, is he talking about a goldfish? Just has that little bit of like, is he talking about a real tragedy or is he messing with me? And I think that makes a great lyric. So nice work there.
Yeah, and props for the artwork. I like the artwork, and I feel like music to me is the whole package. And I feel like he did a good job at this art that we are seeing right now.
Yeah, it is really nice, actually, yeah.
Yeah, looks like a analog collage, maybe. But like, I bet this was made on Photoshop or something like this, but I like this, yes.
Yeah, so Kogi, look, man, you got 12 months now to make your song for next year. So, as opposed to like 12 days. So, go for it, man. Take these few words of advice, and let's see what you got.
Yeah.
All right, Aldo, do you have another one for us?
Yes. Okay, so I have one more to share by Two Streets. I can't really pronounce the name of the track.
Oh, yeah. It's called Swing.
Oh, okay. Makes sense.
Oh, yeah, I just realized. Yeah, it says Swing. The cover photo for the video, it says Swing in huge text.
Okay, so let's listen to it.
Зеленим шумом весна прикрашає міста. Моє ліжко порожнє, як келих вина. Я випускаю срібний дим через зіницю вікна. На площах міст магічні обряди. У вогнях епохи згорають наші фотокартки та минулого безкоштовні банки. Ти моє сонце, відчиняй свої віконце. Чорну каву розливає і тихенько розповідаєм далі.
It's so cool to see that this style is still kicking, like that bands still do this type of music, like 2000s indie rock, where the guitarists play the electric guitar like an acoustic, groovy bass lines, stuff like Kaiser Chiefs, Klaxons, We Are Scientists. I have a soft spot for this type of music. And yeah, my only criticism would be the music video. It's like clearly they had a budget to like shot this music video and it looks amazing, but it is too fast. It is too frantic. And I feel like they could look more classy, like they are dressed as,
That's true, and just show their faces more.
Yeah.
And just like, yeah, you're right. I mean, when you have a saxophone player and he's looking fly like that, just show him.
Yeah.
For the whole sax solo, right? That's a good point.
And yeah, amazing production. It sounds nostalgic, yet original. And I'm jealous of how good their guitarist is. The guy really can play. A lot of tasteful progressions going on, and like interesting voicings. And I enjoyed this a lot.
I'm glad you had this on your list because I thought this was really well done, but I just don't like this style of music. I just don't like this neo swing music.
Right.
I didn't like the 2000s version of it. I don't really care for the Frank Sinatra version of it either, or whatever, wherever it originated. That vaudeville, that like do.
Right.
We're in the dark alley. Anything could happen in this dark alley. We're gonna gamble, gonna smoke, gonna get into trouble. And the reason I dislike it is just because, in my opinion, it's just been like played into a stereotype, into oblivion. That said, I thought that the band was very good, and the singer, I thought his voice was just a nice, strong, wicked voice. I thought to myself, man, if these guys were playing some like heavier rock or punk, he'd have a great voice for that. And sure enough, some of the other songs I listen to from them are more like alternative rock, and his voice works very well. So yeah, cheers. I guess I should take over then and play another track.
Yeah, sounds good.
Let me think about this, man. Let's go with this one.
Taking these hormones, but I'm still a princess. She only ever wants me when I'm undressed and defenseless. You're waiting on the door, baby, I'm on the guest list. Got tea rushing through me and it leaves me so restless. When she calls me good girl, it's like demonic possession. Drowning in pools of her Calvin Klein obsession. Don't wanna be your boy, I wanna be your possession. Show me some of that feminine aggression. You got my RITALIN money, I haven't got a stupid line. Feel these girls slip down like honey, now they're hitting on my phone.
So this is RITALIN Money by the artist Greebo. I'm 90% sure they're from the UK because there's a British pound sign in money. And also there's a bit of an accent there. So I'm going to call this hyperpop. I don't know if other people still use that term, but I feel like this comes from the same school as like PC music, like Girlfriend of the Year, A.G. Cook, etc. So bear with me. So just getting the part out of the way where I know some subset of listeners are just going to reject music like this, like hyperpop style music. I think it's done very well.
Yeah.
I think the rhythm, the synth, the vocals, they all complement each other very well. It flows very nicely. The energy just keeps rising. I literally just have one comment. Again, Dr. Bandsplaining's therapy hour. The chorus is huge when it kicks in. And I think there was a missed opportunity to do something more melodic with the vocals. Let's just give another listen here.
Show me some of that feminine aggression. You got my RITALIN money, I haven't got a stupid line. Feel these girls slip down like honey, now they're hitting on my phone.
Imagine if it was like, you've got my RITALIN money, I've got my city, do. Sorry guys, I've had quite a Christmas flu. My voice isn't quite as angelic as it normally is, but you get the idea.
Yeah.
I think maybe this artist is just like strictly spoken word style, and they're not going to venture into that melodic territory just as a principle. But I think it'd be something to consider. You're making some very nice tracks here. Maybe think about going a little Rihanna with it, just every now and then, a little like Rihanna umbrella, just for the chorus.
Yeah, genre-wise, I believe I would call this, electropop. Isn't this the style of like Kesha? This sounds like pre-hyperpop.
Oh, is that right?
I feel like 15 years ago, Greebo, this artist, if they released this track 15 years ago, they would be a millionaire.
Oh,
right
no.
now.
Well, don't tell them that. They're going to live in regret.
This sounds super good. Yeah, for that genre of music, this subculture of electropop, yeah, this sounds pretty good. And also, shouts out for the La Boo of Narkist. La Boo.
Oh, on the album cover.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a job well done with the cover art, but it's in the sense that I look at this cover art and I say, oh God, I don't want to have kids. Because teenagers in the year, 2045 or whatever are going to be like the worst. I'm not going to know what they're in, like what they're about. And it's going to be this sort of just mess of space age angst and, and like cute dolls with knives on the, I'm scared. And the fact that you evoked that in me, you're doing a good job.
Yes, definitely. Yes, agree.
Okay, I'm gonna jump ahead now to another track. So that is a song called Seruen, Seruen, by an artist called Kezeń, Kezen. They are a Kazakh alternative rock band, as in they're from Kazakhstan. Really, I only have positive comments about this. I mean, it's just totally professional track. I mean, great voice, great instruments, mixed brilliantly. You know, it's a simple melody, but it works. I mean, it's this sort of rootsy style, bluesy alternative rock, you know, kind of in that like Black Keys territory. Yeah. I asked them, I was just curious. I was like, you know, how is it playing in Kazakhstan? You know, do you guys gig around? Is this a band or a solo project? It is a band. They responded here, and we do gig, even some festivals in the country, LOL. We made an album last year. You can check it out too. So yeah, there you go. That is Kezeń.
Yeah, wasn't expecting the vocals to get that greedy, but I like this. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Let's give that section just one more play here. When that chorus kicks in. I believe they're singing in Kazakh and not in Russian, but it works perfectly with the music. You know, some languages don't work as well with rock. I don't know if that's potentially racist of me to say, but I remember like when we did the China video a long time ago, some of the artists were like, yeah, it's really hard to sing rock music in Mandarin. You know, it's much easier to do it in English, stuff like that, you know. But this is a case where the language, I mean, it's great.
Yeah.
I mean, it is just one snarling chorus.
Yeah.
So props.
Very powerful delivery. Amazing. It fits the music, like the language in this case.
Yeah.
I like this. Yeah.
Cheers. All right, Aldo. Well, we've been going for about an hour, so I think we'll play one more and we'll close it out. Obviously, there were some submissions we couldn't get to, and sorry about that, guys, but really, a lot of good stuff. Thank you for submitting it. Please keep at it, keep writing. We'll keep doing this every year. And yeah, so hit us back. Hit us back with your 2026 music.
Yeah, maybe we could do a summertime version of this.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's a good idea. It's sort of a mid-year thing. And I mean, we could maybe do one too where there isn't a time restriction.
Yeah, yeah.
And maybe we could get someone like Kate on, who's you know, more of a expert in these like electro genres, electro clash.
Yeah.
And what was it called? Fuck grind? Grind fuck? Hyperfuck? Sorry, guys. All right, but this next song is nothing like that. We're going to kick things down a notch. This is some solar folk music.
Un chevalier au service de la mer, seul à bord de son esquif, pourchassant les monstres des abysses. Le pêcheur et son dôme de verre, les seuls à même de rassurer nos mères.
All right, so the artist and song here is in French, which is my weakness. It's my kryptonite. So I'm going to give you the English translation here. The artist name is Helianthemum, you know, the type of flower. And the song is The Fisherman and the Glass Dome. And they described it to me in the post as solar folk. And I was like, is this a type of genre? So, you know, I searched it and I don't think it is. But then the comments are like, oh, this is the best solar folk album of the year. This is some great solar punk. And I'm like, is this maybe this is a new thing that they're starting?
Yeah.
You know, it's a brand new genre that we're just witnessing on the ground level. Solar folk.
Dude, this music video is super impressive. It is like insane high production. Like there are even like some 3D effects, like insane 3D compositions going on of like a sea creature like, trying to eat the sailor.
You know, it is this is easily the most successful artist, you know, in the sense that they have 10,000 YouTube subscribers. This has 62,000 views. So I hope the person who posted this actually is in the band.
Yeah.
That they got the memo right. But either way, I don't really have any critiques because this is a genre I have no frame of reference for. It's kind of like a sea shanty, right? Kind of a, I don't know.
Yeah.
What am I going to say? Oh, that accordion is kind of mixed poorly. Like, no, I don't know. It's cool. You guys did a good job. I would be pumped to play a show with y'all, you know, just in the sense that like I've played with like hundreds of pop punk bands and stroke sounding bands. If there was a solar folk band, I would be so pumped. I'd be right up there at the front of the stage. It would be like one of the most memorable gigs. So props. I think it's awesome. People out there are doing music like this in 2025. And yeah, we just look forward to 2026 and seeing what else you guys make.
Yeah, sounds great. Yeah.
Again, we didn't get to everyone. I apologize. There was some really cool stuff in there. We just don't have all that much time to keep going. So again, we'll try another one at some point later. Maybe a mid-year one.
That will be cool.
Oh, and don't forget, if you enjoyed this, if you're watching this on Bandsplaining, if you enjoyed this, head over to the Patreon, or at the very least, like and subscribe here on Bandsplaining, because we do post free podcast episodes like, I don't know, every other month or something. There's some occasional freebies. But really, you should work your way over to the Patreon. I mean, there's just so much more there. You could listen to this like every week, almost.
Yeah. I mean, I'm biased, but I feel like it is worth it. There are like hours and hours and hours of extra content there. So you guys should definitely head out to the Patreon.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Until next time, Aldo.
Yeah. See ya.
Cheers. See you soon.